Now when I go to CI, convergent invoicing, so this is a slide dedicated for convergent invoicing. Previous that was a BREEAM related slide. So here it says these are the things that we will receive. So from non-SAP system or the consumption or mediation, different bits will be generated, and I mean it will go to SAP convergent charging system. The rating and charging will happen. Then we'll receive this bit. These bits will be received. Different consumption event can happen. Here it's an old example of mobile data. Okay, usage, mobile usage, and all those things will come via bit. It'll bit means billable items. Then in the ERP system, means right now the CRM is also part of ERP system. Okay, CRM means a SOM is also part of ERP system. Here the billing and invoicing will happen, and it will go to FICA. Now here how the data flows. So in SAP CRM or in SOM, first a business partner will be created. It will, after once it is created, it will be distributed to CI system directly. Then it will go to CC. In CC, what we call business partner, they call it subscriber account. Okay, our business partner is called as subscriber account. So whatever we call, they map it with something else. You'll see we create bit class, they'll call it charged item class. Okay, so then after the business partner is created, select and configure product. This thing they do. Then maintain technical resource data. Each each product they have a technical ID. For example, for mobile phone, the SIM card SIM number can be a technical ID. For car, the chassis number may be a technical ID. For any any Wi-Fi device, that device ID can be a technical ID. Okay. Then they create assigned business agreement or prepaid account. That is called contract account. That contract account will directly flow to CI first. Okay, contract account or prepaid account. Then it goes to CC. They call it prepaid account or postpaid account. Okay, then the order is submitted, contract is created. Again, once the contract is created, then after that it is distributed. Okay, so here the provided contract comes to CI, and also it flows into CC, convergent charging system. Okay, then we'll go to this master data. I'll cover later. First, in the CI we have like the organization structure. We first have the P-level item and bit class. Okay, so in CI, when I start my org structure, like in FICA we started with company code. In CI we start with bit class. Okay, so here see our bit class. In CI we call it bit class. In CC they call it charged item class. So the billable item represents an item that is to be billed. The creation of billable item is triggered by business transaction or a business event. So particular event, once the event take place, the business transactions, or the bits are created. A bit class holds this billable item. Okay, so when a bit comes, it has to follow a particular bit class. For example, I create a billable item class for prepaid customer. I create another, sorry, the recording got completed. So I create another billable item class for postpaid customer. Okay, I create another bit class, billable item class for partners. Like for different billable item, I want to group them under different class. That is called bit class. Okay, so bit class holds these billable items. A bit class determines the technical characteristics of billable item. So in billable item, once the billable item will be generated, you see it will have different fields. All those fields will be stored under a particular billable item class. Bits are received with different status. We will see later when we receive the bits, there can be different status. Meaning whether the bits are complete or incomplete. Okay, so accordingly different status will be received. A bit will be received in different statuses. Bit class are mapped to charged item class in CI. So we call it bit class in CI. In CC they call it charged item class, because when CC will send me the bit class, CC will send me the bit, they must send under which bit class the bit will come, under which sub process the bit will come. They must also know this information. Okay, so say I have a bit class A and it is mapped with subprocess 1. So they must send me A and 1 together. If they send A and 3 together, it will fail. It will called raw or incomplete. So that's why whatever bit class we configure in CI, that has to be informed to CC so that they send the bit under that particular bit class only. Okay. Billing takes place only for bit received with status billable. If it is not billable, it is raw or it is accepted, then that item will not never be billed. If bits are received with status raw, there are issues with bit, mostly consistency issue with FICA master data. Okay, some inconsistent issues, say it is sent to a incorrect business partner, or no business partner is sent at all. Maybe business partner is sent but CA is not sent, or business partner said contract sent but provider contract is sent which does not belong to them. Okay.
Yeah, Saudra, can you go to previous slide?
Okay. Yes.
So here, fourth point, bit class are mapped to charged item class in CC or CI. This
it is actually CI bit class table. I mean, in CI it is bit class.
Yes, fifth one. Yeah.
Map to charge item. Oh, it is actually in CC. Charge item class in CC. In CI it is bit. In CC it is charge item class. Okay. Okay. So yes.
Just before you go there, right? So the chargeable and for rating, those definitions are done in CC. So when a bit is created for, you said the subprocess is the driving for the bit to be sent, right? So charged item class to be sent as a bit to CI. Now, where does the beginning of this work? So the definition, your bit is first, and then the charged item class. So we generate the bit in CA and share the structure to CC for them to match. Is that how it's done?
No. It happens in CC first. First, we create the bit class and subprocess, and we share them that for prepaid customer, we are creating bit class 1 and subprocess 1. Okay. Then they will map it. And also say under bit class 1 and subprocess 1, we create 4 bits. Okay, ABCD. So they have to map that for bit class 1 and subprocess 1, I must send the bits ABCD. If I send ABCD for bit class and subprocess 2, it will fail. Okay, so every time we create a new bit type, we must tell them it is created under which bit type and which subprocess. Because
okay, so
we have the access, they don't.
Okay, so subprocess based upon the structure has to be stored in a table in CC.
Yes.
So they need to know.
Yes, they need to know and they have to map it and they will send me accordingly. Okay. So here we will start with today, we'll start with create billable item class. Once the bit class is created, then we'll see different types of bit will be there. Different statuses of bit will there. Okay. So first create billable item class. We'll start with create billable item class. Okay. So let's go to the system. And there's a T code also. I'll show the paths from here. So the T code is fkk bixbit underscore conf. Conf stands for configuration, or we can go to this path. Okay, so I'll use the path. So I'm going to use FICA IMG instead of using SPRO. It will take me to the FICA node, and within FICA we have convergent invoicing. Okay, that's why if you're working in FICA, you need to know CI. Okay, obviously if you're working in FICA for a BRIM project, you need to know CI because convergent invoicing is within CI, within FICA. But if you work in utility, then you may not need to know the billing side, because in utility, they have a separate node /o SPRO. Here you see, FICA is here, financial accounting. Here we have FICA. Okay. However, billing nodes, if you scroll down, you'll find whether this system will have something or not. You'll find a node called utility, and there you will find billing invoicing. Okay, maybe this is not ISU. This here I don't see that node. So in ISU, there is a utility node under which we have billing, device management. Okay, separate. So billing nodes appear separate in ISU, but in BRIM, the billing engine is within the FICA. Okay, So I'll go back. Under convergent invoicing, we'll go to basic function, then billable items, then billable item classes. Then under billable item class, we have here, we are going to create maintain billable item class. Okay, so this is what it is mentioned here, maintain billable item class. Okay, but before you go into maintain billable item class, you can see different interface, standard interface components are configured, given by SAP. Do not change anything. You can see what are the different interface components. It is saying do not make any changes SAP data. So just to view the different interface component, each component perform different activities. For example, consumption item ID, so cash security deposit, request for cash security deposit, each of them, discount agreement, this is part of master agreement. So digital payment, these are the different interface component. If you activate those interface component, then under that bit class, that particular item, that particular thing can be done. For example, there's a bit class for deferred revenue. Okay, not bit class, there is a interface component for deferred revenue. So there's an interface component for master agreement. If you don't activate the master agreement, in your bit class you cannot perform master agreement. See, deferred revenue, time based, event based, these are revenue recognition. Okay, time based means so for example, you recharge for 3 months. Each month 1/3 of the invoice will be revenue will be recognized. This is called time based. Event based meaning, in the example that I have given, once blueprint is signed off, 20% will be money will be given. Okay, so that is called event based. That is, once a particular event takes place, so blueprint sign off may take, after may take 3 months, may take 4 months. It is not time based, it is event based. Then SIT may take another 6 months, or SIT may can happen in 2 months. In that African project, they use Portuguese, so all their documents, all their flows we are translating now. So the translation is consuming a handful amount of time. Okay, they bring interpreter in the workshops also, but that interpreter has to understand their flow first, then she tells me, she translates in English. So a considerable amount of time is lost. So that is called event based. So if you don't activate these components, I'll show you how to activate, then these features cannot be achieved. Okay, so these are the different interface component. I have not worked the payment card payment, so these will be there for our digital payments. Okay, I have not worked for all interface component, but most of them I have worked. So this is a note for interface component. Okay, just for display only, do not change anything. Now we'll go to maintain billable item class. Okay, now here the main thing that I don't like about this screen, there is no position button. Generally we have a push button. So when I started, we had very few. Now people are creating a lot of bit classes. Okay, so each people are creating their own bit class. Right now I'm going to create one, then all of you are going to, whoever are using this server, you are going to create one. Then generally what happens is a position button, you click that and you can search for that particular bit class. So you have to search here, you have to search. Okay, so anyways, so we will create a bit class and we'll call it, since it is 2nd of December, so let's call it maybe 0102. Okay, 0102 bit class I'm going to call. I don't see any numbering bit class here, but that's fine. So come here, click on edit button and click on create button, new class. Here we'll create billable item class, say 0102. Okay, and let's call it 0102 bit class CI training, or to look it, to make it look more real, we can call it bit class for prepaid customers. Okay, you see different bit classes are created. The Coca-Cola company, a Coke, one time charge should not be a bit class.
Sabodra, can you take one telco example and can you create?
Okay, Just give me a moment.
telco scenario.
Telco, I have to activate telco. That will cause a problem. If the
No,
telco is
it
not
will be-
activated,
No, whatever it is there, extended FIC or CI, let it
it
be.
is extended fee. It is not telco.
Yeah, that's fine. We are not going to bring all the functionalities, but at least like we have scenarios, right? A customer will purchase the internet plan, then after that
Okay,
wireless plan,
okay.
then provider will give the discount if we can take the two services.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So numericals are reserved for SAP, standard ones. So let's go ahead with Z102. Okay. I want to change the description also.
Hey,
Yes.
I just wanted to know, bit class we are creating based on the process wise, or either it could be revenue or cost, or how it
Bit it can be cost or revenue also. Like it can be partners bit class, it can be customers bit class, or it can be like within customer there can be further bifurcation: domestic customer, international customer, postpaid customer, prepaid customer, B2B customer, B2C customer. Okay, based on whatever way we want to bifurcate, we want to group them. We want to group the bits, we can form the group. Okay, so I'm going to create only one bit class. Everything I'll do in that same bit class, because bit class creation till invoicing, it's a laborious process. Okay, I don't want to repeat every time. So one bit class I will create, like in FICA I create one company code. Like that I'm going to create one bit class, and there in the process you'll come to know what are the different steps. Okay, whatever way you want to group them, you can group them. Okay, cost or revenue, AP or AR. Within AR you can bifurcate. Within AP also you want to bifurcate. Say you have different partners, some are channel partners, some are external partners. So you'll create one bit class for channel partner, create one bit class for external partner. Okay, that also you can do. So I am creating a bit class. So once a bit class is created, you will find it has status called right now. Let me show you the different status of bit class. Okay, it is not written there. So from here I think F1. So here you see different statuses of bit class. So right now it is designates a new class for which an active configuration version does not yet exist. Okay, so it's a new class. I have not configured anything, just created a bit class. Then modified means designates a modified configuration version of the class, and older version exists for the class. So once I create a bit class, later we may need to add some custom fields. So say I have created a bit class and I have made it active. Okay, now later we come to know that we have to add few custom fields. The moment I add the new custom fields, it becomes modified. Okay, because I have to activate again. So modified means designates a modified configuration version of the class. That means it was activated initially, but later some additional fields were added. An older active version exists for the class. Okay, older version is active, which had no custom field, or which had 5 custom field. Now I have added 3 more custom fields. So the newer version will have 8 custom fields. Or maybe the newer version has some custom fields and older active version did not have any. Okay, and finally we will activate it, designates as active configuration version that can be used for generation. Okay, so right now it is in new status. Okay, now I will go to add the interface components that I have shown you in the previous node. Click on interface component. You see none of the interface components are activated, only the basic one is activated. Okay, first interface component, basic data for billing, that is the standard one which will be activated. You have to activate the rest. Okay, so here what will I do? In different steps I have to activate different components. Okay, so what I can do, I can activate all of them together, and whenever I talk about that particular area, I'll show that this component is causing this issue. I mean, making things happen. For this functionality, this particular component is responsible. That way also I can explain. I'll just take 5 more minutes, then I'll close for today, 7:40. So, or you can activate all together. If you activate a component and you go live later, if you want to activate further components, yes, you can do that. It's not like in GL you activate open item management and later you want to deactivate, it will not allow, not like that. Okay. After activation also you can make the changes. So what will I do? I will activate all components. In my system, prepaid will not work because I don't have a CC. So prepaid, apart from prepaid components, please activate all other components. Okay. So let me activate all of them right now itself. I'll tell you where we get three, I think back to back, three prepaid related info will come, or even if you activate, it will show an error that these are not allowed. Prepaid. So after external provider contract reference, uncheck prepaid, refill of card prepaid, refill of prepaid out quantities. Start from the skip these three. Okay, then you activate the rest. Click on the green tick. Okay, entry is transferred. That is, go to the interface and you'll see all the components are activated apart from the three prepaid ones. Okay, customer fields I'm not going to add right now. I will add customer fields. First I'll create the bit class, and after that I'll show you how to add custom fields to the bit class. Okay, during creation also we can do, or after creation also we can do. Okay, so I will do the standard part first, then I'll add the custom field. Now click on the db set table. Okay, so db set tables are generated for build item and simulated build item. Build item, you know, that is, we will receive in normal happy path, we'll receive in billable status. Then once the billing is done, we'll call it build. And from the billable item, we don't want to bill them, but we want to simulate billing. That is not update run, but like a test run. If you want to do simulated billing, for that also we have some tables. Okay, so first, tables for build item, you click on the green tick. Then you'll see that there are four components of a bit. Each bit will have main items, it will have payment items, it will have tax items, and it will have text item. Okay, we will mostly focus on main item, and payment data item will be focused on for the payment card or credit card. Tax item and text attachment are not, I mean, mostly are not used. Okay, so you'll see it will form different tables. So here I'll tell you the naming convention of the table. Just understand, for the item we have IT. Okay, for main item we call it the two character IT. For payment we call it PY. Okay, this is PY. For tax item it is TX. For text item it is TT. Okay, so same table, just last four character is changing: TT00, TX00, PY00, and IT00. Okay, so add couple of more tables to it. So 00 became 0102. Okay, everywhere, and save. For billing also, for build you added. Now for simulated also you add a couple of more tables. Add. So here also previous was IT00, it is ITS0, ITS1. Initially it was ITS0, I added S1, S2. Here also PYS0, I added S1, S2, TXS0 added X1, S1, S2, and TTS0, S1, S2 I added. Okay, and you save. Then you come back and then you validate, consistency check whether things are perfect or not. So you don't get any, if you don't get any error message, then click on save and click on activate. Okay, still there is no error message, click on the green tick. Bit class was activated. Okay, it is not fully activated. From this node it is activated. There are further activation needs to be done. So we will continue with that from tomorrow. Z102 our bit class. We will continue with the further activations of bit class. So what have we done? Let me check here the steps.
Sorry, Subhadra, can you just go back to that particular SAP scheme?
Yes, I'm just going. Just give me a moment. So we have create billable item class. I have selected interface components. I have not added custom fields yet, and the bit class I have generation and activation of bit class are left. Okay. After I complete the activation, then it will be ready to be mapped with CC charged item class. Okay. Let me go to yes. Tell me.
Okay, you are adding multiple tables to it, like a DB table set. What is the purpose of it? Like, I am not able to get it that one.
DB tables
Like,
are
you have added.
yes, 0102 DB tables are added. Even I have not, I don't know the usage of it, but I have seen people adding. Maybe later on it has some usage. Okay, once I generate the tables, you will see additional 0102 0102 tables will also appear. But also mostly I have seen in 00 tables only. This 0102 I have not used it for BI reporting anything. Division I have not used, but I have seen people adding it. I have also added. I to be honest, I have not. I don't know why are they added, because 00 table is enough. But why 0102 are added? I don't know. Maybe downstream it requires something. That's why I do. Okay.
So every period, the tables will be changed, I think, so.
I am not aware of this, but let me check and I'll come back. Okay, whether does it change it or not, because I see it remains 00. I can still use 00. I created the 00 in 23. I can still use it in my project. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Subhadra, can you tell the different processing status significance? What is significant?
Processing status, configuration status.
Yes,
What?
sorry, configuration status.
Yes. We'll do it tomorrow. Okay, I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll stop here. We'll continue from this tomorrow, 6:30.